7 Pillars of Stoicism, how to live an extraordinary life no matter what happens to you. The first pillar is to realize that you only have control over one thing. You see, you do not get to choose your genetics, your birthplace, your family, the weather, the actions of others, and there is only one thing that you do have control over. Your thoughts, that little voice in your head, aka your thoughts, is the only thing that you have any degree of control over in your life. And as an extension, your thoughts influence your emotions, and with practice, you can have emotional control too, but it all starts with control of your thoughts. When you accept and fully realize that your thoughts are the only things you have control over, you will no longer be disturbed or discouraged by any outside event. You will be able to keep your cool while others are freaking out, and you will be able to react to the situation in the most efficient and effective way possible. The way of the Stoic is to claim control of your thoughts and make them your only focus, for that is ultimately the only thing you have control over anyways. The second pillar is setting realistic expectations. And I believe it's always good advice to think big when it comes to your dreams, but don't make the mistake of thinking that your life isn't going to have trials. In fact, it's good practice to not just think big in terms of your dreams, but think big in terms of the trials and hardships that you're probably going to have to encounter. And so, no matter what you choose to do with your life, you're always going to be bombarded with challenges, surprises, change, and because of the countless things that can go wrong, things will definitely go wrong in your lifetime. And because of that, the way of the Stoic is to accept that bad, unpredictable things are inevitably going to happen so that you can be mentally prepared. The third pillar is to be present-minded. And as you go about your day, observe most people, and you'll be able to tell by the expressions on their faces that they are thinking about something from their past or they're focused on something from their future. Or anticipating something in their future. And very rarely will you find an individual completely focused on the present moment. And the present moment is where you want to place your focus most of the time. Unfortunately, when you dwell on the past and are consistently thinking about the future, you miss out on opportunities, including the opportunity to enjoy the present moment itself. And this is why one of my favorite quotes of all time by Marcus Aurelius is, when you rise in the morning, think of what a joy it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Notice everything that's going on around you. Become immersed in your day-to-day activities. And remember that the way of the Stoic is to keep your focus on the present moment. The fourth pillar is having freedom from the external. And everybody wants more freedom. In fact, freedom is one of the most prized possessions, and rightfully so. The problem is that many people trade their freedom when they should only be trading their dollars. And Epictetus has said that the essence of philosophy is to live such that your happiness depends as little as possible on external things. And this is very important because a lot of times people's emotions, people's happiness, people's peace of mind depends on the external things that they get, sometimes with money, sometimes non-monetary things as well. And so it's important to remember that the way of the Stoic is to be free from the external by being content without the external. So remember that. Remember that you don't need the external to have peace of mind. You don't need the external to be happy or any of that. The fifth pillar is accepting that everything will eventually end. And as humans, we're probably the only species that know of our own mortality. And the way of the Stoic is to accept the fact that we're all going to die at some point and that life is short. And that's incredibly important. Anyways, I hope you found this helpful. If you did find the video helpful and you want to check out the other 2 pillars of Stoicism I didn't get to cover in this video, you can get my 7 Pillars of Stoicism PDF for free, which goes over all the pillars in depth. Simply click the link in the description below to get your free PDF. It's short and shouldn't take you more than 10 minutes to read, but it could change your life. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it helpful, and enjoy.